Guys, another video for today, and we're going to talk about the 9/11 attacks, my opinion on the attacks. There's a lot going about being a conspiracy, etc, etc. I want to thank Brian Chiad, I think that's how you speak, Chades, I can't pronounce it, but anyway, he left it in the comment section and we're going to talk about it. Basically, nuts and bolts, getting straight to the point of it. I don't believe 9/11 was an undercover conspiracy that the government or anything like that. I don't think it was planned. I don't think anything like that, because when they knew about the hijacked aircraft, and you listen to the audio recordings of inside the cockpit, etc, etc, it seems that not even the US Air Force were really ready for it, because they were more planning on that day to do a practice procedure, and when they found out it was actually real life, they were like, oh, what do we do? I think they were under prepared, because by the time one hit the first World Trade Center, they basically weren't there in time to scramble the jet out of the sky. The second one was the same, but the second one was pretty weird because they went in the wrong direction, which means they went further out and then they had to come back in. Now, there is going to be footage in a minute, because there's a lot of people saying, oh, it's CGI, and I think, no, it's not CGI, because at the end of the day, look at amateur footage. I will also link Casey Neistat's video in the link down below, because he was there for the attacks. He was there on the day. He was only half a block away. So he, from his experience, if you watch the video, do give it a watch. It's very fascinating. Don't worry, my arm's aching. The footage I'm going to show you only a piece of, because I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything. You can use some under fair use. Is the second plane going into the second tower. Now, if you all remember, the first tower fell within an hour. The second tower fell within 7. Now, the second tower, people were saying they could hear controlled explosions. Okay, there is some sort of conspiracy about that. Hold on a second, I need to have a drink. We just do this one take. There is something about, it might have been an insurance job that I can't remember his full name, but I think it was Silverstein, who owns the leases for the towers, that he wanted it for an insurance job, because 2 months before he took out an insurance policy that was worth billions, and in the insurance documents, apparently it was said that it had a special clause about being hit by a terrorist or whatever it was. Now, don't quote me on that. Please do not take it out of context. I'm only going by what other people have said and I've researched. You know, everybody has a difference of opinion. Me, on the other hand, I think, it was just Al Qaeda, hitting out at the United States. Trying to cause as much damage as they were, as they wanted to. I don't think it was wholeheartedly an insurance job at all. I do believe that it wasn't the work of fiction or CGI. It happened, and a lot of people were killed, and it was one of the worst tragedies ever to happen. So, anyway, here's that footage, so I'm going to place it right here. So as you can see, it went into the tower. You can fully see it. It's no CGI. It's nothing. Not even been edited. Not anything. So the whole debacle about the steel girders. You know, buildings can collapse under their own weight, and that's what happened. They're not. If you're flying a plane at about 200 miles an hour, 300 miles an hour, it's going to go into that building regardless. It's not just going to hit there like a cartoon and go, yeah. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. It had the thrust and power to go into that building, and that's how, you know, it caused the big explosion, and it dropped on its own weight. So, yeah, that's what I believe. I can't remember how old I was. I was about 11 when it happened. And I was at school at the time, and it was one of the worst tragedies we've ever seen, ever. You never would have expected it. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know anything else you want me to cover. I know Brian also has asked me to do about JFK, the assassination. Bear in mind, I don't know a lot about these subjects. I do a lot of research, but I'm not an expert. So, you know, give me a thumbs up if you did like this video of my ramblings. Give me a dislike if you didn't like my ramblings. Hit that bell icon with subscriptions on. Obviously, you're going to subscribe with notifications on. And I will see you in the next video. See you later.